So, when we last left off, you all were making preparations and enjoying the festivities the evening before the big race, and as you all make your preparations and enjoy yourselves, um, what all are you discuss the adjustments that you've made to your ship. All the racers have to maneuver their boat into these sort of boxes along the waterfront, where they are then sort of closed off with these very rickety and going to be destroyed or like instantly removable sort of crates around your individual ships, which helps with the surprise, as none of the rest of you know what the other vessels are going to look like. And as you prepare, you have to go in secretly. You can see the other individuals getting their ships ready and bringing stuff in and out. And you've probably recognized some of the different crews all over. There is quite a lot of them, and it's hard to get a read on all the different sort of groups. That is to say that you have complete privacy while you are adjusting your ship, but would you like to go through and sort of denote what you have done?
Wait, is it one more time?
Yeah. Like, describe the theme. Also, do you guys have outfits or anything, or are you just going to wear what you guys wear?
I mean, my armor is magical, and I don't want to give that up just for theme.
Oh, that's right.
Should
You
wear
did get
a-
that armor of Agathis.
Yeah. So I'm looking like a popsicle at the moment. Just absolutely coated in magical ice. Alright. Well, Holgear will have mounted the flamethrower cannon on the front, and to either side of it, just to maximize range, he'll have two harpoons, so that way we can skewer and draw in smaller or even just other ships in general.
Yeah, I was planning on having like a little scene where you meet up with you guys go back to the high rise or the high dive, sorry. And one of the people tells you there that you have a visitor. And you go into the smoking section, and there's just like this big ball of flame that's like, "Oh, hey there, Holgear, how's it going? I've got a gift for you." And he just sort of like opens his flaming maw and presents this big old cannon. He's like, "Hey, how you doing? Just trying to check up on you. I'm sorry Joshua can't hang out at the moment, but he wanted to help you out, so here you go." He presents to you a flaming cannon. He explains. Well, I mean, do you want to talk to him at all or anything?
I mean, give him an update on everything that's been going on, and just to keep things moving, just before he heads out, I will definitely give Gorthalax a section of the squid, the kraken, to give to Joshua.
Okay. Yeah, he'll deliver it. He sort of explains Joshua's situation, that he had to kind of pull him out because there was a bit of a situation where people were getting a little bit too suspicious about Gorthalax's situation, and it was a little bit too early to try and get his herald out there. But Joshua has been working hard in the shadows and coming up with stuff, and here is one of the first and foremost creations that he's made to help you guys out. So this thing shoots fireballs. It has a range of 30 feet, and it is considered magical flame, which means that it will burn and destroy things, but it will not spread, and it also cannot be put out with fire. Or it cannot be put out with water, excuse me.
I was about to say, I thought of fighting fire with fire, but Spell, you just took it seriously.
Yeah, you can't put it out with water, unless it's magical water. You could put it out with magical means, but not physical means. It's basically like alchemist fire, but except alchemist fire is a chemical fire, so that's why you can't put it out with water. Anywho, flame cannon, grappling hook. Anything else you guys want to announce? Oh, Sierra, you had the
mounted crossbow for the gas grenade.
Yeah, it's fitted to shoot any sort of potions, but you do have in your possession those prepared potions of drunkenness. But if you guys have any other potions that you want to shoot at other ships or yourselves, if you're on other ships, you can shoot someone with a healing potion. I will allow that. But yeah. I think that's it for all the sort of weaponry.
Hey man, let me you smacked him in the face with a potion, the glass go.
It's magical. Don't question it. Basically. Yeah, the rules are like, if you want to drink a potion, you can do it as a bonus action, but if you want to give someone a potion, you can do it as an action. You just have to be near them. But with a potion launcher, you can use it ranged. You just have to hit them, basically.
Can I technically force someone to drink a...
Yes. You just have to make a contested grapple check. Which is something important, just in case someone is hallucinating and you're trying to feed them an antidote, or if you are trying to make someone drink a potion against their will. Yes, absolutely.
What if I decided to throw up acid into their mouth?
Yep.
Gross.
Like Marburg style.
I mean, if you
There's
just
an
want to
idea.
use your breath attack point blank, you can just do that. But, yeah, if you want to make someone drink poison or whatever, you have to do that sort of nonsense. Anywho.
Either that,
Oh, poison real quick.
you either do that or use a blowgun. It's in the game for a reason.
I don't know what a blowgun is.
In addition to all these weaponry that you have done, you guys have decided to go for sort of a ghost ship theme by making it glow a ghostly green and emit a mist. Johnny, did you have a specific sort of enchantment that you want to do on the boat other than that sort of general stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably try to learn the word of discomfort
Okay.
for that. Well, yeah, probably learn that the soulbound enchantment. So if I can look at first learn that.
Wait, what do you want to soulbound?
I just want to learn the enchantment.
Got a day, bro.
Here's what I'll say. If you want to make it so that the party can use a bonus action to teleport back to the boat, that's something we can go for. Is that what you want to try and do?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make your crafting check, which I think is just an Arcana check.
Okay.
Was
14.
everyone using the...
20. Let's see.
Wait, can just one roll.
During this time, I'd like to be in my roly-poly balls, just spinning in a circle.
Okay. I'll say that with that roll, you can make 3 people be able to teleport back to the boat. And so basically 3 people have to sort of attune to the boat tonight to be able to become soulbound to it.
Okay.
Alright. Who wants to do it?
Yeah, who wants to be the type of person that's probably going to be boarding other boats?
Well, I'm definitely going to be boarding boats.
Okay, that's
Who's
one.
gonna be our sailor?
I feel like Holgear was the one that wanted to stay on the boat the most.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what if he
I'm
gets...
I'm defending.
Okay.
Because that's one.
Alright, so Havelock, Zani, and Snake.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works
I'm-
then.
I'm-
Because
I
yeah,
feel
if
like
people
I'm
try to
bad at
board your
boarding.
boat,
If I slow
Holgear,
down
you
to another
can
object-
then you can use your spellcasting on them.
Or we can
And in
fuck 'em
fact,
up,
I'll say
whichever
if they
happens
are
first.
if they are leaping to your boat or attempting to board your boat, you can just go ahead and blast them before they even get there.
Yeah, I can definitely hit them with a telekinetic shove, kill their momentum.
Oh yeah. Especially if they're like
Nice.
swinging, you could just completely throw off their entrance.
I have a very important question. Are we
Yes.
all using the green growing paint as war paint?
There's
I'm down.
also going to be the ward that he has put on the boat that if people have ill intentions, the boat will give them splinters, basically, which means that they'll what?
I'm just saying we use the glowing green paint as a war paint for fear factor.
It's just war paint. We're
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Do you guys want to like draw like a one of those faces on the sides, like the old World War II bombers or something?
No, we're
Uh,
just saying that in order to identify ourselves, we're going to be glowing green in paint.
Oh, okay, yeah. Ghostly crew. Yeah, I'll say that with all of that, I think that's as much time as you can spend in preparation. So, with all of that, do you guys have a name for your entry?
A wall?
Dutchman.
Dutchman.
Dutchman. It's the only name that goes with the ship. And considering the fact we're all gonna be green, yeah, Dutchman.
Yeah, I'm okay with the Dutchman, so long as it's just for the race.
Yeah, it's just for the race.
And
Definitely
Just for
We literally went nothing but green with this ship, and literally would make no sense.
then we, instead of being the flying Dutchman, we can be the sinking Dutchman.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love that.
The sinking Dutchman.
This
No, it's the sunk.
Oh.
Instead of the flying Dutchman, the sunken Dutchman.
I like that. Okay. Allow me to write that down. The sunken Dutchman.
No idea where this Dutch place is, but you know.
Havelocks is all like Isaac came up.
Okay. And so, with all of that work done, you head back to the high dive and get your night's rest and get prepared for the day tomorrow. So everyone, go ahead and hit a long rest if you all haven't already. And as you all sleep tonight, you all have a dream. That's the wrong thing. Dark waters begin to slowly ripple. A time where neither the sun nor moon controls a space and time between life and dreaming. A limbo where the only thing that is known for sure is the deep, unsettling fact that you are, even if nothing else ever was, or will be again. You gaze out across the waters and see an ocean, a vast body of immense power that can create goodness, and destroy simply by accident. Threatens you as you stand on its shores, the infinite chaos that it represents, and how solitary you are, holds you in a trance as you can only stare at your impending doom. Barely visible, the faint reflections of distant light against the rising and falling edges of the waves slowly and gently move in your direction, growing in power, for subsiding and disappearing just as easily as they arose. The idea of even attempting to understand and control this essence of nature slowly eking out of you as your existence begins to be in question. The first creation of life, the last standing element of nature, the ocean waters deserve respect, but do not demand it. It is a terrifying aspect that you can't look away from. Its deadly beauty frightening you, yet it calls softly and offers love and warmth from its cold, deep waters. It gently reaches out and splashes against your foot. How do you respond? We'll start with Havelock. You have this dream where you see a different ocean that you're used to. This is a deep black liquid that barely reflects the light of some sort of moon above. It's very foreign to you. Dangerous. How do you feel, Havelock?
I feel at home, if anything.
Alright.
I'll
As
take
the
a dive.
waters... Oh. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna dive in.
Okay. Havelock dives into the waters. Holgear, how do you respond?
I'll look down at the ground, see if there's any good skipping stones, cast Eldritch Blast on it, and send it skipping across this clear water.
Okay. You cast a stone across the waters that creates this ripple, almost causing a line to streak behind it as you send this smoking stone rippling across the waters, and it just seems to keep going and continuing across the waters. Even when you feel it getting close to the horizon, you can still see it just going on forever. Johnny, how do you respond to this dream?
I'll try to look around and see if anyone else is there.
There is not. You actually attempt to look around, and when you try to, there is not even shore to either side of you. And you get the essence that there's nothing behind you, but you're standing, just staring out across this infinite sea.
Then probably just walk in the water.
Okay. The waves gently lap around your ankles and slowly consume you as you simply walk into its depths. Sierra, how do you respond to this
this dark and unrelenting ocean kind of remind me of when my ship wrecked. So I think I'll just pray for those lost souls to the ocean.
You just stay on the shore and watch.
Yeah, pray my respect to the ocean itself.
Okay. I would like Holgear and Sierra to roll me a d20.
Got a 5 there, big dog.
14.
Okay. I would now like Havelock and Johnny to roll me 2 d20s.
Like, so 2 of them? Like, multiple?
2 of them, yes. And tell me both.
Embrace the water.
You don't know if this is advantage or disadvantage.
The first one was 12 and second was 8.
Okay. Havelock.
Uh, 14 and a 6.
Okay. You all enjoy and experience the most deepest rest that you've ever had.
Okay.
I always did feel at home in the ocean.
Did you have an ocean dream too?
You guys didn't wake up yet.
Oh, wait, what's happening then?
I'm appearing in your head. You've gone crazy.
Oh god.
Come on.
So, do y'all ever have the same dream of going to the Black Ocean?
Yes. Well, it's at night. It's this dark, just sort of endless dark sky and endless dark ocean.
Okay.
You all rise to consciousness at roughly the same time, feeling completely groggy. Your eyes, you can barely open. You can feel yourself awake, and yet you are struggling to gain any sort of semblance of your life as you normally would. Your body feels extremely heavy, and you struggle to move, and yet you can vaguely feel that you are in your beds and in your different situations of sleeping, and there is a muffled voice calling out to all of you, as if someone is concerned and trying to see if you're still alive. I would like all of you to roll Constitution saving throws.
$23.
17.
13.
Okay, Johnny. You can definitely feel that there's something on your face, almost suffocating you. Also, Freddy, now that you're here...
Roll a second instead of a saving throw.
Freddy, would you like to make a Constitution saving throw?
Sick. I am so sorry. I just.
You're all good. You barely missed anything. This is literally where we're starting. Oh, come on. Don't play
I
this
got an
song.
8.
I'm up one.
Yep. Johnny, you start to sort of shrug off the debilitating effects, as do you do, Sierra. Johnny, you can specifically feel that there is something affixed to your face that is, you don't get that it's like sucking your life essence, but it is like inhibiting you. And you try to open your eyes, but there is just complete blackness. But you have control of your motor functions, both of you. What did you get, Freddy?
I got a bit.
Okay.
Now try to grab what's on my face.
Yeah, you rip it off, and it makes this like slurping sound, and you're almost terrified by what you see. It almost looks like this sort of like eldritch creature. It's just got like these swirling multi-tendrils, but as you pull it off, it collapses back in on itself, and you're just holding a cylinder in your hand as the tendrils just sort of waft back inwards like smoke being undone. And you're just holding what looks to be like a pool noodle. A pitch black pool noodle. And Johnny, as you look around, you can see the rest of your crew also emaciated with these sort of things affixed to everyone's faces. And everyone's struggling to regain consciousness, and you can see that it is daylight outside when everyone was supposed to get ready before sunrise for the race. You assume that everyone is already on their boats and ready for the race. You can hear the sounds of people rushing through the streets to get their last minute seats.
Then I'll take rush up, like, try like rip them off everyone's face and like try to wake everyone up, try to get them up.
Yeah, you can do that. You rip these things off of everyone's faces.
I'm gonna like.
What are those?
I have no idea.
Does anyone want to make a check?
I would like to.
Sure, I'll try and figure out what in the world these things are and
Okay.
why they are.
Use whatever skill check you would like. Religion,
Like,
history,
he's the one that
nature.
was trying to kill me.
Yeah, you guys can keep all of them.
I said eat,
Oh.
not.
I made a 17 Arcana check.
Okay, you can definitely tell that this is something not of this plane of existence. This is some sort of... it seems not like a magic item, but actually like a piece of some sort of natural creature or something. You know, in the essence of like a fungus would be, or like this is some sort of living essence of something, but you're not entirely sure. Nobody crafted this. Nobody made this. This was harvested from something.
Nature check of 21. Is this a chunk of Morbazak? Or what could have been Morbazak, rather.
Go ahead and take an adversity token.
Let's go!
And as everyone looks at it, they can see that there actually is this sort of texture to it that might look like a root, but the end of it has been cut off. And as you like move them around, you can see that if you like bring your hand open to the section that's cut across, it'll actually start to open up, and it'll begin to swallow anything that you try to present it towards.
Wait, is Arthas here?
Sorry, what's that?
Arthas, is
Arthas
he here?
is here with us.
Arthas was sleeping on the boat. He wanted to make sure that everything was good to go, so he decided to stay there. And he was going to sleep on the boat just to make sure that no one decided to come in and mess with anything.
Okay.
We were like in a closed room and people.
If I,
Something did this with us. Imagine what they might have done toward us. Let's go.
I'm sorry, it's really hard to hear you. I think you're a little far from your mic. I have you up at 200%.
Yeah, I'm talking a little bit like lower because my brother is right by my side and I don't have a lot of options.
Okay.
So I'm saying that
Oh.
if this happened to us here indoors, imagine what may happen to Arthas. We need to run.
you probably should hurry up and go over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just want to get down to Arthas fast. But I'm curious, is there any way we can tell how these got here?
If you guys would like to take the time to investigate the scene, or if you would like to run towards the boat, that is up to you.
I'm going to investigate the scene for a second, because this feels a little bit chicanery, because these are root clippings. Right?
Yes.
These are root. Yeah, so somebody trimmed the roots of the world tree and put these fuckers on our chests.
I will
That's
give
some
you
kinda
more
sick
information
prank.
than that. You know that this is specific clippings from the Morbizak that you met, the one that imbued itself with the power of the Dark Ichor.
Can I eat this?
You may certainly
Would
try.
not recommend. Would not recommend.
How come? It looks tasty.
It's a chunk of the world tree that has been imbued with living metal that'll kill you. It'll literally eat you from the inside out.
My stomach can handle it.
Do you eat it?
I'm gonna keep it as a
I
snack.
literally can't. I literally can't stop you.
Shut
but
up,
also, I really
Hogil.
don't want to have to watch that.
Shut up, Hogil. Then don't look where I died. You don't want to watch it? Close your eyes. You don't want to hear it? Shh. Deafen yourself.
Gross.
Keep
Who,
it as a snack for later.
whoever would like to investigate the scene, go ahead and roll whatever checks that you would like.
Hey, I'm heading to the boat.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
head to the race, see if they can like postpone it for a moment.
You head outside and you can see that the Dauntless is flying over the city, slowly maneuvering through the streets as the last people have like posters and flyers up and everyone is just like rushing to the docks. It looks like everybody is just up in arms, up in their seats, just ready and excited for the race. It looks like the race is going to start any moment. And you hear people calling from the Dauntless. Several announcers are actually saying that the race will start in 2 minutes. Everyone, get ready to go.
Guys, and I'll turn back to them. If we plan to do this race, we gotta do it now.
I'll
You-
say
you guys
5
go ahead.
minutes, which is just enough time for you guys to run.
I mean, some of us could just teleport to the ship, ain't we? Because we're so bound.
That is true.
But only like 3 of us. The rest we gotta run.
Yeah, Sierra, Johnny, and
Yeah,
Havelock
I'm
can
just gonna give you
teleport
guys
to the
peace
ship.
Sign and teleport to the ship.
And I don't need the ship to teleport.
You can teleport the ship by yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, then
Yo.
I'll cover up. Because if that happened while we were sleeping, someone might try to attack again. I'll cover
Oh.
up, and when you're done, I teleport to the ship, you teleport to the ship, and you get there.
Yeah. Also, anyone who wants to help, I can bring one person with me.
Okay. Freddy's the only other
Oh.
person that can't teleport without. So, I guess
Okay. Yeah.
Freddy,
I'll
you
bring him
teleport
with
with
me.
you.
In that case, well, would Freddy like to help me investigate for a moment? I rolled a 19 on perception.
Okay.
So that would. And I'm.
If Freddy wants to help, he
willing-
can give you advantage.
I got not one on investigation.
Okay.
We're told at 8.
You do not find anything,
Oh.
Johnny.
I'll egg point. Why not? If it matters.
Okay. Was that with advantage?
Oh, my bad. Perception. Ooh, this one's way better. 25 with an egg point.
25 with an egg point. You can clearly see that there were no signs of forced entry, which leads you to believe that it was either someone that broke their way in as a very professional thing, which seems fairly unlikely, where in the place that you are, you would at least get some sort of fair warning. And the fact that the rest of the staff had no clue what was going on leads you to believe that it is not that. The only thing that really makes sense to you is someone knew exactly who you were, where you were, and teleported to you.
Probably some multi-tailed asshole.
Yeah, oh yeah, probably him.
Weren't he like dead or something?
No, he's just real creepy now.
Because you rolled so high and you're using egg point, I will actually say that it does not make sense for Ty to be the one that does this, as he had no connection with Morbizak.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry guys, it was me. This is my new face mask.
I mean, it did let you guys sleep good, didn't it? So, what I'm saying is that this goes beyond just more than like a professional, like someone trying to stop you from being in the race. This is someone with a specific vendetta against you.
Shit, how many people have vendettas against me?
In my time, a lot of people.
I thought
Wait,
it
do
was
you think
just
it's some-
Ty.
Do you think it's someone is trying to stop us from getting the gold to stop the corruption of the tree or whatever?
Yeah, someone that
that's
would have to
entirely
know
possible.
of the corruption of the tree, the expanding of the universe and the creation of the forge, the situation that the Morbizak is in, and your position in trying to hinder that.
Connor Prime doesn't have a vendetta against me. So it wouldn't be him. Plus, he wouldn't want to risk getting himself cut in.
Do you want to make an investigation check real quick? I will say
Sure.
with advantage.
I would like some identifying features because apparently didn't make too big of a vendetta or a big fuss about the vendetta because I don't remember it. 17.
Okay. Are you going to use an egg point?
Yeah, I'll make another egg point with it.
All right, then I will say that you can see that there are absolutely no boot prints, which leads you to believe that whatever creature did this did not have usual feet.
Wait hang on. Is this that fucking displacer beast?
I will even say that there might have been some slight smudges against the edges of your bed where you can see some of this sort of black stain that wasn't there before, but it's hard to discern.
Wait a minute, is it that Dork Knight?
No.
It seems to be some creature capable of moving through space and time with ease.
Oh shit. If it is the Displacer Beast, very impressive, honestly. Because I can't. I mean, he got.
I mean, it just
got
delivered
by
me. So
Shit, I need more information. Anyway, I'll go back down to the boat.
Okay. You'll teleport and take Freddy, and then everyone else will soulbound to it.
Yeah.
Okay. You arrive onto the Stug, or now properly referred to as the Sunken Dutchman. Everything looks to be in place, except for the body of Arthas that is laying on the deck of the ship. And he looks a bit worse for wear. You can see that half of his body looks like he has no control over it, and actually coming out from his sleeve and the top of his collar, you can see that some of his skin is starting to turn a dark color. And he says, well, I'm used to some sort of tomfoolery, but nothing like this. I don't think I can race, guys.
Who did this to you?
I don't know. I didn't get a clear look. I mean, it was dark, but it seemed like they were even darker. I don't know. It's okay, though. I called in a favor.
Oh?
The ship is in my name, so you guys can steer the ship without me. Like, you don't need me as the navigator or whatever, but we do need someone to be a part of the crew that is related to me. And that's when you guys hear a knock on the door.
Who is it?
You open the door.
Sure.
You open the door and you don't see anyone. And then you hear a voice that says, I'm down here, big guy. And you see a small girl with ruffled, leafy hair looking up at you. And she's chewing on some sort of like meat on a stick this time.
Wait, how the two of you are related?
She's my cousin. We do share the last name Levity, though. So, but don't worry. She.
thick.
You know you owe me big for this time, gearhead. Yeah, I know. And Arthas stands to his feet and kind of shuffles out.
Where have you heard that nickname before?
Eliza turns and looks at you and says, Oh, it's something that my mom used to say to Granddad.
Alright. So this makes her my grand niece, I guess.
No, I think she said something about you looking like her grandfather.
Wait a minute. Doesn't that mean you're related to the guy?
Yeah, you seem to be
Oh, yeah.
for this.
The guy that's
Yeah.
the guy that's signed to date. What's her name?
Say that sentence again, you cut out.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Decided to. He was saying that he decided to date Dahlia's sister, which I don't remember the name.
Yeah, but I'm also not really sure, because I'm pretty sure none of this is gonna matter for a while.
Arthas Levity is cousins with Eliza Levity. Arthas's family was born into the family and took the family name. Eliza, anyways, it's not important. But Holgier, you do know someone named Levity, whose last name is Levity. Her name is Merida.
On the puzzle. So either I'm not sure how this is gonna play out, but whatevs.
Ryan being defied by the second.
I'm not gonna reverse engineer my own family tree, god damn it.
Man, at least you know you get kids.
At least you get married sometime.
Sure.
Well, I can reverse the engineer now.
I'm
The
the
other
last of my
grandsons,
species.
one from
Once I
one
die, that's
kid.
it.
What I can tell is you have at least 2 kids, and they have their own kids. That's it.
That's
So
all
you,
gives back.
you know your family, man.
Don't worry, you people get to live.
In this reality, sure. Let's go.
Hey, you're lucky. I'm the last of my people. Once I'm dead, I'm extinct.
Arthas kneels down to the moorings and starts undoing some of the ropes and says, "Alright, you guys have got like a couple moments before they get started," and it's at that moment that you hear a voice that says, "Are all those racers ready? 10, 9.
No, boy, now.
And you can hear all sorts of sounds shooting up on either side of you as the walls of your cage rattle for a second as you realize that something is affixed to the top and is ready to pull off your crate. Everyone get into position. Who wants to be where?
Who's driving?
Can Eliza steer the ship?
Eliza walks up to the stern of the ship and stands behind the wheel. She is a little short, but she can peek out from side to side to see where you guys need to go. And to be
Someone
honest,
pull a box
steering is
something.
probably the easiest part of running a ship.
I'm gonna get that poor girl a crate.
Okay, yeah, you can get her a crate.
Someone decided to do that.
What is everyone else doing? Who wants to mount themselves on
Cheese.
Who wants to mount themselves on either the cannon, the harpoon, the potion launcher? Who just wants to be anywhere else?
I'm gonna aim for harpoon.
Okay.
Oh, go with cannon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not good at like shooting and stuff, so I think I'll be anywhere else in providing cover with
Okay.
the doors.
All right. Sounds good.
I'm just gonna be hanging out on deck, waiting for me to get some combat.
Okay, Johnny, do you want to position yourself at the potion launching cannon?
Have
Yeah.
luck. I have an idea. A crazy, stupid idea.
So do I. High five.
That's what we're known for.
Let me see. What if you put your spear inside the crossbow launcher?
No.
Well, then you shoot it. You get
What
more
if I
range
put
on your
you in the
teleport.
cannon, huh?
I'm not suggesting you launch it out of into the great blue nothing. I'm saying shoot it at a ship.
You realize we'd have to be 60 feet near them, right?
Yes,
If it goes
and
anywhere outside of that, I cannot teleport it back to me, and I cannot teleport to it.
It's soulbound to you, so it comes back to you.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. He can also just throw it whole gear, but yes, if you want to shoot it super far, the crossbow launcher would be the better way to go. I would actually say that the harpoon launcher would be the better thing to go for.
I have an idea. What if I'm in the roly-poly? Could I still technically teleport?
If you want to load the roly-poly into the cannon, you can do that.
Oh my God! What if we light the roly-poly on flame cannon, and then I just roll around?
We're getting really lost in the weeds. Let's figure it as we go.
Man, this episode of the campaign really lets me get creative with my
Oh yeah, absolutely.
creativity.
Okay. As you guys are getting ready to for the race, you can hear people shouting and cheering and calling out, and all these crates around you are rumbling and shaking from the various sounds of vehicles starting. Eliza activates the arcane core in the engine below her feet, and she says, "All right, everybody, let's go." And you hear the countdown is completely muffled at this point that you can't hear it, but suddenly you all are blinded as the doors burst open and the crate is lifted up off of all of you, and your ship shoots forward. Come on, play the freaking do it.
Starting up.
I would like everyone to roll for initiative, please. You all struggle for a second as the ship moves suddenly, and you have to hold onto the ship to maintain your footing. Those of you that can adjust your sight see off to your left a figure standing in what seems to be just a small chariot as two figures wearing harnesses leap into the water, transforming themselves into water creatures and pulling this chariot along behind them. And beside you, you see this other kind of strange vessel immediately shoot out in front of you with intense speed that you can hardly hold on to its visual. And all around you, water is getting just tossed up in the air. You all get splashed instantly, and various shapes start to move around you. What did everyone get for initiative? Starting with Freddy. What did you get? Alright, Havelock, what did you get?
23.
23. Not bad, not bad. Johnny, what did you get?
11.
Okay. Sierra, what did you get?
7.
7. Why is this not working?
What's not working?
It is working.
Oh, it's just
Going
inverted.
rest
Okay, no.
order.
Freddy, what did you get?
6.
A 6? Okay. Okay, Havelock, you are up first. There is a spray of water that coats the deck, and currently you don't see any figures move around you. But you can see the massive shadow of the Dauntless above you all, as you hear the commentators calling out above there. And look at everyone down there. This is going to be another big race. Oh, absolutely. I'm so excited. Look at all these different races. That's the joy of things. I am Bobby Birdsigns, and I am Saria Lowry, and we are going to be commentating over this race for you. Starting off, let's go with this new vessel, starting with an oldie but a goodie. We see Old Man McCabe taking up the rear, looking at this nonsense, and you look behind you and you see this old mushroom man. You can see the toadstool top of his head is just completely wilted and withered, and he is sitting in just a kayak, but he's got like these big beefy arms. And he is just riding the wakes of all these different boats. And he is the only one that you can see at the current moment in time.
I really don't want to take out the old man. But I also
We don't have to.
You don't have to,
Yeah,
no.
but I'm gonna eliminate all of our competition, you know? Oh, we're gonna end like battling slowly past us without us.
I know, but that'd be funny.
Yeah, no, I'm not letting that happen. I'm just gonna. So I can see him, right?
Yes.
Hey,
And you see
Phil.
a bunch of other wakes splashing water up all around you. You can tell that there's boats almost completely beside you, but you can barely see them. But yeah, you can do something if you want to.
I'm gonna do something very mean. You know the thing that I said I was the thing that was slowly zaning our energy? I'm gonna throw it at the old guy, that way it starts zaning.
Okay, make an athletics check.
I'll just give you one of them that took off of you guys.
You're gonna fucking kill him. And then he's gonna
Hey.
turn into an invasive species.
Hey, I'm just creating new life, you know how it is.
No!
It like starts in the zombie apocalypse.
Honestly, yeah.
Hey, maybe he'll attack the other competitors, who knows?
Yeah, because
God,
he's
I
going to
hope
go
not.
faster than we.
You said athletics?
Yes.
No, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna give him aid.
There we go. Now it's ready. Ooh, not a good row. Oh, definitely not a good row.
What'd you get?
What'd you get, buddy or pal?
Black, I don't know if you're like muted or something, but we can't hear you.
Like you said,
I think
I
he...
got the
What?
I think his thing probably like cut out.
Okay.
Poor
I
crap.
got
Oh,
I rolled a nat 1 for a 3. I'm gonna use an auto 20.
Oh, okay. For a total of?
22.
Yeah, it hits him square in the face. Unfortunately, his face is so big that I think it like gets stuck in one of the crevices that might have been like his eye. And he kind of just starts like batting at it around his face. He does eventually grab it and it starts getting like big enough to try and grab onto his face. He just spits a glob of something onto it and just tosses it in the water behind him.
No, my pet. Well, there goes
So
that plan.
it does hit him, but unfortunately, that is not how you apply it to somebody. So
Fair enough. I have no idea how it worked. I was just taking a guess.
yeah, he takes a bite out of it, spits it into the water, and just like breaks it in half and throws it behind him.
How dare he steal my idea?
No, he doesn't
I
eat it.
want-
He took a
No.
bite out of it and spat it out. He's just like attacking it with his mouth since he's using one hand to hold onto the kayak paddle and he's using another hand to rip it in two.
Havelock's like yelling at him, "I'll sue your ass."
It is now Eliza's turn, and she's going to say, "Well, I'm not really sure what's going on, but..." And she's like rubbing her eyes trying to see properly. This is one of my mom's favorites, and she casts Bless on all of you. So you have a D4 to all of your checks and saves now. Johnny, it is now your turn.
okay. Are there any ships close by to us other than the kayak?
For this first round, this is just sort of preparation and buffs, as there's just torrents of water around all of you.
Okay. I'll use what's it called? What's the No problem. Where's that ability?
You need to delay your turn.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
trying to for somebody. I can't find it right now.
Holgear, what would you like to do?
Oh, shit. I wasn't expecting to be called on so soon.
You're next.
But, I am going to. Prep phase.
Do you need to delay your turn too?
Well, I don't really have anything that's like decent.
I mean, you don't have to
item.
do anything right now. Nobody's in position yet. This is basically
guess
just a
I'll just-
free round to do something.
I guess I'll just hold action to shoot at whichever one's starting to pull ahead of us, but is big enough to actually shoot.
Okay.
Do like some
Sierra,
kind of
what would you
slingshot
like to do?
maneuver.
Yeah, I think I'm way more like reactive than active, so I would just wait.
All right, yeah. If you just want to hold on until something happens, Freddy, you doing anything immediately, or are you just waiting as well?
Waiting. Whoa.
Okay. Johnny, before the
Okay,
round
I-
changes,
I-
you had something. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm going to a feature Master of the Forge as an action. I will empower all weapons within 30 feet of me. You and your ally get advantage on all weapon attacks and get to roll an extra D10 to their damage.
Okay. Yeah. What does this look like? You just sort of release this flame that wraps around everyone's weapons.
Oh. No,
Avalon stopped in fear, thinking it's on fire.
now if I take out my hammer, just instead of like striking everyone's weapon, I'll just strike the ground with like a vibration. And it will spread
Ooh.
out the ground, and it was kind of stop like at people's weapons, kind of making the weapon vibrate as well.
Yeah, you just slam your hammer into the air and it hits an invisible gong, and it reverberates, causing everyone's weapons to begin shaking. And up above in the Dauntless, you hear a voice that says, "Oh, look! Would you look at that? Yes, it definitely seems like there's going to be some sort of magical buffing on going in. What is this? Oh, it's a new entry. Well, technically, it's an old entry, but renamed as the Sunken Dutchman. Oh, yes, that's the Arthas's boy's ship, isn't it? Yes, but unfortunately, he couldn't make it out today. It looks like he's got his younger cousin steering the ship for everyone. She does not seem to have her costume on, but everyone does look like they're ready and willing to bring some ships down to the sunken depths with them." And then you hear them call
Oh,
out,
you didn't whip us, huh? You say
"Oh,
we're gonna
wow.
win?
Would you look at that?" And as the water dies down, you start to see this strange, elongated mechanical contraption. Just sort of, it like steps over your boat and begins to like position itself properly. I think that's Walter Strider's wondrous oceanic exploration contraption. Oh yes, that's certainly his thing. Is there an acronym for that, or is it just called that? And then they go into this whole debate on what it could possibly stand for or how to change its name for it to make a suitable acronym. But for the most part, you just sort of see this this four-legged contraption that's got these long, spindly legs that just leads up to a single, what looks to be seat. It's kind of got this gyroscopic contraption where the person inside is constantly sitting upright, but the entire contraption can sort of spin and even flip over on itself. And if you guys have ever seen like one of those water bugs that just sort of floats on top of the water, it basically
Oh my
looks like a
God.
big one of those, yes.
I've always wondered exactly how they just float there on their legs.
Water tension.
The hell's that?
It basically means that the thing is so large, or it's got such a wide span that it's spreading its weight over a large enough distance that it can stop itself from piercing the actual surface of the water, and it's not heavy enough to weigh itself down.
Oh. Is it weird that when he was saying that, I'm just imagining one of those bugs like on a paper boat?
Okay. But Holgir, you wanted to shoot at something that's pulling in front of you. You can attempt to do so with this thing. However, it's probably going to be a difficult shot because there's not a whole lot of meat to hook onto here.
I'm okay with not shooting the prize, essentially. Well, isn't this the oceanic?
No. The oceanic exploration machine is something else. It is a much larger contraption. It is also an enclosed thing. This looks like it's completely open to the air. This basically looks like a mechanical spider thing. That's just sort of like very flimsy, very frail. Very looks like it's made for maneuverability, not attack or defense.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll swing for the fences. Why not? I'll see if I can even hook this thing.
All right, go ahead and shoot it.
Weapon
Okay, I just wanna
attack
take-
roll D20.
If you have something like a, let's say that this is also a heavy crossbow to hit. If you just generally want to, you can just roll a D20, add, let's say, 5. No, I think this is gonna be just a 3. D20 plus 3.
Dex plus proficiency would be 6.
Okay.
8 plus 3, 11.
Okay, yeah, you shoot, and it just completely goes wide. It absolutely misses entirely, as these large, spindly legs maneuver around everything. You guys are out on the open waters of the ocean, just sort of racing around the edge of the port. You haven't quite made it out of the Gulf. You're sort of weaving in and out of the docks at this point, but you're heading out towards the ocean, and then you'll be making your way along the coastline. So right now, this thing is just sort of maneuvering around wildly, but you just sort of hit empty air, and you're going to have to use your next turn to reel it back in.
Full turn.
Okay. Top of the order again. Havelock, what are you doing?
Real quick, I'm just gonna real quick ask the old man that ate that like bit a piece out of it. Hey, how'd that taste, by the way?
You just call back to the fungus guy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be all like, hey, how'd that taste, by the way? Fair enough. I'm gonna look for if there's any other ships besides the old man. He's on my respect.
You can make a
Also,
perception
I'm gonna
check
see him
to
in
to
court.
look around.
I'm also gonna see him in court, so I can't kill him yet. Give me one moment, please. If I stop talking, it crashed again.
Okay.
Sounds like he crashed.
Oh, you guys, no, he muted himself. You guys can see the chariot racers that are off to your side. You can see that there's just sort of one person that like gives a wave, and you can see that there's 2 creatures pulling this chariot, and they seem to be these sort of like large black and white creatures. But with a 20, in addition to that, you can see that there are some larger vessels up front that seem to have poles out ahead of all of you. At the moment, you guys are kind of in this canal with these 2 other racers before the entire group meets up. Because you all are sort of separated by these various docks and whatnot. But the the racer that has the chariot beside you, they just sort of give you a hearty wave and say, "Good morning, great day for a race."
I'm gonna throw my spear up there and teleport next to him.
It is just a one-man chariot, so this is going to be a heck of a roll to try and board him. You'll have to hit his AC.
Okay.
Roll with advantage.
Oh yeah, you have advantage and a D4.
No, D10.
No.
Wait, yeah.
He has a
Oh, yeah.
D4 because he's blessed.
So my thing would have been a 17 instead of a 13.
Get off of me.
True.
Or
But
no,
that still
I had
would
a
have missed
11. What
Holgear.
am I talking about? Yeah.
What'd you get, Havelock?
No. That's a 16. Let me roll the D4. Stop biting me. Go away.
The Battle of the Beast.
I love you, but stop biting my foot. Ah! That is +2, so that's an 18.
Yeah, you launch your spear, and it just sort of clangs off the side of his chariot, and he kind of like looks down, looks back up, shakes his hand like, "What the heck was that?" And you hear up from the Dauntless, "Ooh, looks like someone missed with their weapon toss against what is that, the rolling chariot?" Yes, indeed. Looks like the rolling chariot is back at it again with these more shenanigans. Looks like they've tried a new creature this year, as these druids have wild shaped into what appears to be cross between some sort of oceanic creature and land creature. Oh, well, Bobby, you wouldn't know this, but that's an Aklut, which is a cross between I forgot what it's called. A wolf and a killer whale. A dire wolf and a killer whale, yes. And those of you
Why?
that don't know, why?
Ow.
Yeah, such a bad combo.
Why would someone do this?
Yeah,
That's my
how does that
question.
work?
I mean, they're actually pretty cool and powerful creatures.
Well,
Here, let me give you an image.
loves a killer whale.
It's from Inuit mythology, like Eskimos and whatnot.
Oh, it's a real thing? Well, like a real made-up thing?
It's a real
thing.
made-up thing. It's
Okay.
not in D&D, but it is a real mythological thing. Similar to how the Kodal, which is like the winged serpent, is Egyptian
Oh, wow.
mythology. So yeah, these things are like half galloping, half swimming through the water. But you know that they're intelligent because they're druids that have wild shaped into these.
Can I eat them?
Okay.
Eliza's not going to do anything. Johnny, you are up. Actually, no. She is going to do a maneuver with the ship. There's a couple things she can do. She can go full speed ahead, which means that it's going to be easier for you guys to get hit, but you'll increase your speed. She can also slow down, which will increase your ability to maneuver, but you'll also be slowing down. She can also cruise, but she can also roll evasive, which means that they'll make it harder for you guys to get hit. So she asked what you guys want to do. Do you want her to speed up, or do you want to... Basically, she can maneuver you guys wherever you want to. Which, actually, I should probably do this at the beginning of the initiative, rather than going after Havelock. But I rolled for her, so I was just going to make it go on her turn. If you just want her to speed up, she can just do that.
You'll probably just speed up.
Okay, yeah.
It's pretty early in the race.
Yeah, she begins to pick up speed and maneuvers ahead of the The chariot, the rolling chariot. Johnny, you are up.
To the battlefield.
So I'm going to. Don't have it. Yeah, I'm gonna probably just pull out my the Wake Greatsword and just probably take swings like in the air, like toward the other ships.
Yeah, if you just want to cut through the water in front of the rolling chariot, you could absolutely just like trip them up because you're just like creating an instantaneous crevice in their path.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
The advantage, I'll roll again.
Mm-hmm. And you have a D4.
25 to hit.
Wait a minute, I just remembered I had advantage. I forgot to roll a second time.
It's all right.
Too late.
Yeah, you watch as you create this crevice in front of them, and they just leap over it and continue going. But you have multiple attacks, I believe. So
Yeah, when I see like trying to jump over the first one, that'll just stretch it out right where they should land.
oh, okay. So as they're coming back down in the water, you hit it again. Go make
Yeah.
another attack roll.
8 and the other one. So 28 to hit.
Okay, yeah. Let me make. Ooh, yeah. You create another crevice right as they're coming back down, and you watch as these two acolyte creatures just start like waving their limbs just in complete free fall, and they go straight down, dragging the person in the chariot with them. And you just hear all sorts of shrieks and yells. And then up in the Dauntless, you hear, "Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Man, it feels so bad to be the first one to go out, but it's gotta happen to somebody." Yes, that's true. Johnny, you are up. Currently, you just see the Water Strider in front of you. It's like maneuvering around you guys a little bit. Not hindering you at all, but you get the idea that next turn all the other racers are going to come into view.
So what's in front of us?
The Water Strider, the very thin mechanical sort of spider-like thing.
Okay.
It's kind of like skating, so it's kind of like doing this back and forth motion.
Kind of like just like flying on the water, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah. No, like, is it close enough to me to try to jump onto it?
I'm gonna say no. You're gonna have to ask Eliza to maneuver towards it. At the moment, you're just sort of speeding.
Okay.
Is that gonna be
Yeah,
it
no.
for your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Holgear, you're up. Sierra on deck.
Well,
And if you guys just want to hold off on your turns, these are gonna go by pretty quick. I feel like.
I'm just gonna roll my harpoon back up.
Oh, that's right. You have to spend your next turn to roll back. Okay, so that's what you do this turn. Sierra, what would you like to do? Freddy, you're on deck.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything ready. So
Okay.
just wait.
Do you wanna shoot the flame cannon? Who's at the flame cannon? Oh, that's Freddy. Freddy's at the flame cannon.
absolutely.
All right, Sarah, do you want to pass your turn?
Yep.
Okay, Freddy, go ahead and roll a d20 with advantage.
It's a D20.
Yep.
Yep. With advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And the D4.
I'll roll the d4 just to make it easier.
I would like to use an auto 20.
Okay. You have an advantage, but So, you launch this thing, and you've never really used a cannon, especially not like one of these before. You just sort of cock it, nothing really happens, and then there's a boom, and actually your ship wafts to the side a little bit, and Elias is like, "What the heck was that?" As you all watch this burning ball of fire just shoot out from the cannon, grow in size, and it doesn't just hit the spindly little like thing. It sort of like it passes through it and keeps growing and going, and it just sort of shoots off into the horizon, just continuously growing, and the Dauntless actually has to kind of maneuver up and out of the way like, oh, look at that, we've got a little crossfire. And you see this one guy in the cockpit like starting to freak out. Wait, hold on. Okay. He he reacts a little bit too much and maneuvers so far that he actually trips over one of the docks and just is instantly gone. On 1 second he's on fire, and the next second he's just completely gone. You guys passed him in a second. And those of you that can look back, watch as the entire thing just collapses and falls into the water in like an instant, and there's barely any splash because it's just such a rickety old thing, and you hear the people from the Dauntless shout out, "Ooh man, looks like he's got to go back to the drawing board with that one." I'm now going to roll to see if you get a charge back. Nope. Next turn, you'll have to wait for the flame cannon to charge. But yes, coming up, you watch as more racers pull out beside all of you. You watch as... Yes, I like this one. You watch as this small, like, rowboat pulls up alongside of you guys, and you kind of both have to veer away from each other as you suddenly both appear in each other's path. You see just a group of 12 kobolds sitting side by side in this rowboat, just chanting and pumping. And these aren't usual kobolds. They're a bit stouter, and their arms are absolutely massive. And they're just pulling these oars, just chanting in some sort of infernal language, as one of them is just, yes, exactly, Holgear, one of those official rowing teams. One kobold is just going up and down between the rows of them, similar to one of these official rowing sports in the Olympics, but also kind of a Viking vessel. As you can see that the front of it seems to have some sort of weird contraption, which actually has like little rudders that comes down in the front and pulls it one way or the other. And you take a moment to look at its strange design as Sierra calls out, "Everyone look, it's the Jumbo Shrimp with the team of kobolds pulling again. Yes, they've come in very close multiple times, but have never quite managed to pull out a victory against all these other racers. The traditional methods are always looked and appreciated upon, but do you think they'll ever give up? No, absolutely not. These kobolds never back down from a fight, and they'll be going at this till the day that they die." And they're just chanting. You can see tribal tattoos and paint all over them, and all of them look over at you for just like a brief moment as you cut them off before instantly going back to their rowing. Their eyes are literally burning with flame, and the one kobold going down the aisle is just calling out this chant, and they are completely disregarding all of you. Up on your left side, you do see a larger vessel that's sort of coming in behind you, and it's got this big figurehead on the front that actually looks like a toothy maw. And you can see that the water that is getting rushing up into the mouth is swirling and churning into that maw, threatening whatever boat comes too close to get caught up in it and bashed up against the teeth. But you can see that it's also sort of a more typical boat sort of vessel, but you can see on the sides where cannon ports would be is actually these sort of large limbs, as you see a ship molded after a crocolisp is steadily making its approach from your backside, and Eliza calls out, guys? And from the Dauntless, you hear a voice that says, "Ooh, look out, here comes the Leviathan." Yes, all these smaller boats really have the majority when it comes to maneuverability and speed, but should they get caught up in that maw, they're down to be crushed. What would you guys like to do?
How close is that thing to it?
The Leviathan is steadily making approach behind you. It'll probably be maybe 3 or 5 turns before it actually gets to you, but it is something to be aware of. The jumbo shrimp kobolds are rowing directly beside you and are immediate competition. Yes, thank you, Lewis. They never back down, never give up.
I want to eat one of them. They have a lot of meat on their bones.
Does anyone remember the guy in the ocean? It's like, look at me, I'm in freezing water pulling up crabs. Never give up.
No clue.
Okay, cool. That's what this jumbo shrimp is based off of.
Because who turns it?
It is top of the order with Havelock.
Hello, it's I, Havelock. Alright, let's see. So I either attack the Zumbo Sim, or I decide to attack the gigantic boat that's gonna kill us.
You can attempt to board the kobolds, but you get the idea that they are you get the idea that with 12 of them making simultaneous unarmed strikes, you would get pummeled and you would have a hard time trying to not get knocked into the water if you want to try and board them. I'm not saying that you can't do it. I'm just saying you don't take kobolds lightly.
They're beside us, correct?
Yes. You can literally
How
jump to
cool.
them.
Okay, so yeah, that's pretty easy to get to. What if I just throw up acid onto their ship? I was just going past.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead. What's your breath weapon? Do they make a saving throw?
Don't know. I'm trying to get on. If I stop talking, I crash.
Do you need me to look up your character sheet? I can do that.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Just offering.
It's acid saw. They need a attack/save 18 deaths.
Okay.
And it would do. Hold up.
What's the DC?
18 deaths.
18. So they fail. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright, so that's 4d10.
Good.
Yes. Oh, there we go. Now it's good.
Sorry about my friend, he gets seasick. He may be a sea creature, but he's never been on a boat before.
Yeah, so that's 31 points of damage.
How many?
31 points of damage.
31. Okay, you spray the entire crew, and instantaneously most of them like they wince up, and you can see that they grit their teeth and remain holding onto their oars, but they do clench up enough to make them slow down. And the one that's piloting this vessel is sort of up in the front. They're in like the shrimp head, kind of like one of those Chinese dragon, outfits that they have. And they do like a quick maneuver behind your boat, splashing themselves with water and easing them before coming up along the other side of your boat and just continuously going. They look real hurt, but they're still going. And they look like they're overtaking you at this point.
Crap. Alright. Alright, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Eliza is going to... I think she's just going to keep flooring it. You guys are making your way around the coastline now. And you guys are up front, sort of actually near the front. Most of everyone else... all those sort of light and fast maneuverable vehicles you guys have taken out already. So it's just these sort of larger boats that are trying to catch up to you now. And you get the idea that if you keep up this speed, you might even just completely outrun them for the entire thing. But yeah, Johnny, what would you like to do? Holger, you're on deck.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going. So right now the kobolds are behind us, pretty much.
Yeah, they're coming up alongside you again, but on the other side.
Okay.
I'll say they were on the right, and now they're coming up on the left.
Yeah, so I'm going to the potion thrower now, aiming at the kobolds.
Oh no! Oh no!
Poor man.
And I'm gonna fire one
Okay.
shot.
Do you have a heavy crossbow in your inventory? Can you just click attack?
I have a regular crossbow.
Okay, you
No,
can just use that.
Oh wait, nope, I don't. Nope. Okay, I gotta wait and grab that. And take off the modifiers for this. Take off the +6. Okay. Oh. Natural 20 for a total of 29.
Okay. Sierra, do you remember the saving throw for the
There was no save. It was
It's
instant
all
fail.
fail, I think. It was just wrong.
Oh. Okay. Here's what happens. You splash one of these cocktails near the front of the vessel, and it sprays over all of them, and instantaneously, just like a bug getting hit by bug spray, they all just stop moving, slump over, and the ship just slowly slows down behind you. And you watch as the Leviathan moves into intercept course, gathers the small ship up in its maw, and just you watch as the entire boat just sort of flips over, tumbling the entire two, gets caught, snaps in half, and just continues to get crunched up smaller and smaller pieces until there's basically just nothing there other than water continuously gushing through its mouth.
Well, that takes out one of our opponents.
Olgir just turns to them and is just like, "Holy shit, you fucking murdered them."
We didn't. That thing did, okay? We just
Ooh,
stabbed it.
wow, that is gotta hurt. Yes, it certainly seems like the racers are not taking any chances this year, and it looks like people are really cutthroat for this.
I really don't like the voices in the sky. They're starting to annoy me.
Do you want to throw your spear up there and board their ship?
Yes, please.
There's,
Jump up to the announcer.
you have to wait until next turn. Holgear, you are up.
Oh, that's a ship in my eyes. Come here.
I mean, yeah, it's...
No, am I in like range of the Maw ship?
It's 80 feet behind you guys.
Okay, 80 feet.
Yeah. And it is not catching up to you guys at this point. It will steadily gain even with you guys flooring it. It's where you guys need to get into the swamp area where maneuvering is the more thing, is that they're really going to get slowed down. But out here in the open water, everything is just a complete terrible free-for-all. You actually see like a bunch of other explosions and fires and other combat happening behind you, but you guys are at the front of the pack.
Okay.
Reminds me of my homeland.
Are there any ships in front of us?
No.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm just crossing names off a list.
Like, Spill's like come up with all these characters and we're just motoring them immediately.
No, it's fine.
It is expected.
Yes.
I mean, we kind of did get a combination attack on the kobolds. I melted away their skin. You just finished them off with a potion.
I will say this. There is what seems to be like a turtle-like contraption, like a sea turtle that's got like these big front flippers that is just like powerfully splashing down to the water. The shell of it actually seems to be jumping and bouncing off the water with each powerful strike. And this thing looks very nimble, very fast. And it's just coming out of the pack, pulling out. It's still behind you guys and like coming across to catch up with you guys. So it's not upon you yet, but it's probably the next issue. I like that, Freddy. I spilled my dry cup all over someone's wet floor.
I don't know about you guys, but that sea turtle kind of looking like fast food to me.
Ooh, snap. Oh, looks like we've got a challenger coming up for first. Yes, it looks like the Gnome Artificer Shell Shocked are coming up, challenging the lead. Holgear, it's your turn.
I'm gonna do something.
That's a really good that we got rid of the kobolds.
Then, this guy's a cowabunga, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
unfortunately, you guys have no weapons aiming behind you.
I thought that wasn't gonna be the issue. I thought we would be charging. I thought we would be in the back.
I mean, you guys are a pretty small and fast, nimble ship.
And we literally just had to go full speed so we could take the lead, so... We basically have nothing into defense, and we're going full speed right now.
Yeah.
We'll be an offense, not it.
I'm
Let's just
going
run
to
it
try
back.
something.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Silent Image of like a wall of water in front of the turtle ship, and I want to see if they respond to that in a go around it sort of manner.
Okay.
Because I feel like Wall of Water is in a pretty reasonable scope
What's
of
your
things they
spell save
expect us
DC?
to do. 17.
Okay. You watch as they start to maneuver away from it, but I think you're like moving it maybe a little bit. So they actually tuck in their arms and then they dive underneath the water and then pop back up on the other side of the wall.
I knew that shit was gonna happen.
This shell turtle thing seems to be slightly submersible. But it does seem to be faster when it's on top of the water. It's probably got like it's like trapped full of air in there, so it could probably plunge under the water. But the way that you watched it resurface, it definitely has too much buoyancy to just stay underneath the water.
Okay, so probably for the first time, my fault.
Also, how late do you guys want to go? Because
I'm feeling it soon.
okay.
How many
and
people
then-
do I gotta murder before we win? That's the main question.
Do we want to pause it here since this is kind of not in the middle of anything?
I'm okay with that.
Let's
Yeah.
finish off with Sierra and Freddy's turn, so we start at the top of the initiative. But Sierra, what would you like to do, if anything?
I think since we have that giant like chewing mouth behind us, I'm going to move to the back
Okay.
back of the ship. And if that thing tries to get too close to us, I will start wrestling it.
Okay, you just want to leap to the ship and grapple it?
No, if it gets too close to us.
Okay, it's gonna get close. But yeah, I love this. Freddy, do you want to do anything? Oh.
Can't really think of anything.
Okay, we can end it here. You guys do get the charge of flame cannon starting next round. But yeah, the shell-shocked crew with their turtle contraptions start to maneuver close to you guys. They don't look like they're on an intercept course. They just look like they're challenging you guys for first. You also don't see any sort of weapons on them. They kind of look like they're an enclosed, maneuverable craft, similar to, Walter Strider's contraption. And the Leviathan is coming
How's
up
he
behind
doing?
you. Walter Strider immediately splashed into the ground, just complete, tripped and belly flopped straight into the water. He is out instantaneously, which, to be fair, is probably a mercy killing. That's probably the
Yeah.
nicest thing you could have done, was like tripped his feet out from under him and made him drown. Well, not drown, he's probably fine.
I was about to say, drowning ain't exactly a good way to die.
Well, you didn't explode him or crush him. You just made him you made his ship no longer capable of
We knocked him out of the
Racing.
race. Put it
Yeah,
that way.
you knocked him out of the race. You didn't kill him. So
We didn't kill him. We knocked him out.
yeah, which is
A
not,
purple man.
you guys are going for the pacifist run.
Hey, I never said that.
Secondhand murder is not your issue. But we can go ahead and stop this session here.
Why do second hand when I could get that first degree?